Hello and welcome to ADHD Fest, the podcast all about adult ADHD with a little bit of law of attraction and self-development thrown in there. I am your host, Tara Pratt, and today's episode is actually a free trial of our brand new Body Doubling Club. It's a membership, a monthly membership that's going to keep you accountable on your tasks. This is a repost of a very old episode where we speed clean the entire house, and it had such an overwhelming response and people have asked me to do more that I created the Body Doubling Club. I'll leave all the information about that down below. So if you get value from this episode and you want to carry on, all the information is there for you. We're tackling tasks together. So in a minute, I'm going to change from this mic where I'm sat in my living room, very comfy with my headphones on, and I'm going to go onto a clipped on mic and I'm going to be moving around my house live. And I'm going to do a top to bottom, superficial, tidy and clean. Just a general pick me up of the house. And it's not aimed to make my house perfect. It's aimed to improve it. And you are going to do it with me. Now, bear with me. If you're sat on the couch, if you're in ADHD overwhelm, if you're burnt out, this starts by getting you off the couch. We don't start with a clean. You don't have to run around your house getting bits together, ready to clean. I'm literally going to start you from getting up off the couch or whatever you're doing. I like to listen to podcasts or watch shows while I'm cleaning, but somehow either I'll end up sitting down to watch an interesting bit of my show, or I'll get so sucked into the podcast that I've got to Google something that they've just said, and then before I know it, I've wasted like 20 minutes at the Googling whatever it's reminded me to do. The way these work is it's interesting enough that it's going to keep me cleaning and I'm not bored, and it is body doubling, but it's not so interesting that it actually distracts me from the cleaning. I hope that makes sense. Give this a go, even if you think I'm crazy, even if you've never heard of body doubling. All it is, it's a tool that ADHDers use to get things done. So say you work for yourself, you meet with another friend that works for themselves and you work alongside each other. It's just someone witnessing what you're doing. So we're going to hold each other accountable here and now. And what I would like you to do, if you can, is send me pictures. Take a picture now before you start, or a little video walking through your house. Then take another one afterwards. And again, we're not aiming for perfection. You're not going to use this segment to get your whole house spick and span unless it's already in pretty decent shape right now. This is just going to overall improve the house, improve the way you feel about it. Try and take your befores and afters, and a great place to share them if you don't want to share them publicly is in our Facebook group. It's called ADHD Fest, the group. There's no judgment whatsoever. We're all ADHDers. If you're listening to this, we've all got doom piles. We all get messy unless you've swung the opposite way as a coping mechanism and you're over the top clean. We're all either one or the other. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you all on Friday. Happy cleaning. Apologies if the sound quality isn't great on today's pod. This is obviously the first time I'm trying to record while I'm physically doing things at the same time. How we're going to start is we're going to do whatever you need to do to prep for your clean. So how I prep for my clean is I like to get dressed in like scruffy clothes. When I say scruffy clothes, I don't want to be in pajamas. I like to be in like loungewear. If you can hear me banging about, I'm also making a sandwich for my son because that is how I'm preparing for today's clean. I'm keeping him occupied because it is half term. We've been out this morning. He's been to like a rugby class. And then this afternoon, we're going to a kitty cafe in Leeds, which, wait a minute, he's shouting me. Sorry about that. He was just shouting me, asking, Mum, where's my sandwich? Not that he's demanding. Yeah, so I'm just making him a sandwich. We've been out this morning to a rugby class, and then this afternoon we're going to the kitty cafe in Leeds, where it's basically just a load of cats around you while you're eating. But we're not actually going to eat there because I feel like, I don't know, I feel a bit weird about that. So we're just going to get drinks. So we're having some lunch here. And while we've just got an hour and he's having his lunch, I'm just going to do a quick whole house pickup. So hopefully this can work for you no matter the state of your house, because we're just aiming for better. So yeah, so be preparing however you need to prepare. Throw your hair up in a bun. Some people like to get ready for the whole day.
Sorry if it's really loud, by the way, all the banging. Some people like to get ready for the whole day. I usually, if I've been out and I come back in, I just like to change into loungewear so that if someone knocks on the door, I don't look absolutely terrible or like I've just got out of bed. But also, I'm not in like nice clothes. It always feels a bit weird to be cleaning and tidying in nice clothes. You can also light a candle, particularly with ADHD. I can't remember where I saw it, but someone said with ADHD, it's always good to start with the reward because we're not great with delayed gratification. So my reward usually for doing a nice clean is at the end, I'll light a nice smelling candle and I'll go around and spray some like room spray and everywhere smells nice. But actually, I started doing it at the start and it motivated me a bit more to clean because it made me think of when the house is clean and I like things to smell nice. So be getting ready. This is designed to get you up off the couch or out of your chair. So that's where we're starting. You don't need to start ready. I'm just going to take this sandwich up to my boy. Here you go, darling. Okay, so once you've done your little get ready for cleaning ritual, I like to start with all the machines. So that means washing machine and dishwasher if you've got one. If you haven't got a dishwasher and you've got a load of dirty plates, if they're all in the sink, get them out the sink and put them on the side and fill the sink with hot soapy water and then put them all in and leave them there for now. If you've got a dishwasher, if that needs loading or unloading, start doing that now. That's what I'm going to be doing. And also check your washing machine. Do things need to be taken out and put in the dryer? Do you need to get a wash on? Don't start putting away laundry now. We don't want to start folding and putting away stuff. That's a job for the end. Because I find you can sit down watching a program or something when you're folding and putting away laundry, but this is going to be like an active, quick, whole house, like superficial clean and tidy. So I'm just emptying my dishwasher. Okay, so while you're doing your machines, I'm going to just tell you about the technique we're going to use today. I know we all like different cleaning techniques. We all like to do it how we want to do it. But in order to do a whole house improvement, we're going to use a technique called cleaning in layers. But basically, cleaning in layers, what it means is we're not going to start in one corner of the room and do everything in that corner of the room. Because what happens, particularly with ADHD, is we get distracted, we get taken away for something else, or someone comes in and asks us to do a different job, and then it's left not done. So when you're cleaning one area at a time, what that means is you'll have one really neat area and the rest will just be like a bomb's hit it and it's pointless. And then the clean area will slowly get dirty again and you've just wasted your time, basically. Cleaning in layers, what that does is we start, say, we're doing our machines now, but once we've finished those, we're going to get a big bin bag and we're going to go through every room in the house and we're just going to get all of the trash, all of the rubbish. And that's going to be one layer, is just all the trash. In every room, we're going to empty every bin. We're going to pick up any trash that's on any surfaces, on the floor. We're not going to do anything else. We're just going to look for like wrappers and stuff. We are not cleaning at that point. We're not picking up cups. I know it might seem a bit counterintuitive to go into every room for each layer, but I promise you, it's the best way to not get distracted. Because if you start then picking up cups, you haven't got enough hands, you pile up stuff all in one corner, you end up with a big pile, and then again, we get distracted, we've got a doom box full, or we've got a pile, and we'll just never ever get to that pile. And the room's going to end up looking messier than when we started. Whereas when you clean in layers, no matter where you stop, no matter when you get distracted, you will always be better. Even if you only do the trash and then you get distracted after that, all the trash will still be gone. It'll still look better than when you started. So that is the method in my madness today. I'm still doing my dishwasher. I'm now filling it up with dirty dishes. I emptied it and now I'm filling it. If you've finished that, you can either start washing a few dishes. If you've only got a few dishes in your sink and you don't have a dishwasher, then clean them up. If you've got an absolute massive pile, don't be doing the dishes now. Start with your layer of trash. Go and get a bin bag and just go through every room. Don't forget about the bins, the little like bins in like the kids' room or the toilet. Empty them all. If it's easy to refill them with the plastic bags, then do that as well. But if it's not easy to do that, we'll do that in another layer. So I've been listening to these types of things for ages. I'm just going to talk to you and tell you basically boring stories about my everyday life while you're doing this, because that's kind of the point. We want to talk about just mundane things so that we feel like someone's there at the same time, but we don't get distracted. I'm not going to tell you something really interesting that you're going to want to go and Google and it's going to stop you in your flow. So I'm just going to be talking while you're working. And the aim of the game is to try and just stay in the room that I'm talking about. Obviously, if you're doing a whole house one, it doesn't really count for today. But if I do any more of these in the future, they'll probably be more concentrated in certain rooms because you can listen to these over and over again. But yeah, basically, as I'm talking, you can take my suggestions and do the things I'm saying, or you can just stay in that room and do jobs in that room if you're further ahead than I am, because I am doing this with you. Okay, I've just opened the oven because I need some lunch as well. So I'm going to be cooking my lunch while I'm doing this quick clean. I think I'm a bit overambitious because this lunch is going to be ready before I finish the clean, but oh well. I am reheating some sausages. I do this every week because they say protein is good for helping ADHD, and I don't eat a lot of protein really. I eat a lot of carbs. I just buy myself a load of sausages every week and I cook them off. And I'll either put them in a wrap with some egg, bit of tomato sauce, which is not the healthiest, but it is protein, or I'll warm them up in the oven and I'll either just eat them on their own or I'll put them in a sandwich. And it's just making sure that when I don't have anything to eat, because I don't know about you, but a lot of times for lunch in particular, I forget to eat or I just can't decide what to eat. It's just a really easy way because they're all cooked at the same time. Can just reheat them in the oven. So I've thrown them in and they're going to take about 8 minutes. So what can we get done in 8 minutes? You'll be surprised how much you can get done in 8 minutes. So I've done my dishwasher. I'm just going to empty my dryer. I don't actually need to put a wash on right now because I've already done loads of washes, but I'm just going to empty my dryer. And then now I am going to try and work out how I'm going to keep my phone on me while I'm doing this, because I think I need to be within range of the mic. But I'm going to get a bin bag and I'm going to go around every room of this house. So currently I'm in the kitchen and I'm getting there. Bin bag. And you might think, oh, there's not that much trash around the house, so I won't bother with this step. Still do this step because you will be surprised. You think there's not much trash, but particularly if you've got kids. If you live on your own, maybe there's not so much, but if you've got a partner or you've got kids, there will definitely be trash. So I'm in the kitchen right now and there actually isn't that much rubbish in here because the main bin is in here. There isn't that much rubbish, but actually just found there's a tissue there. There's a bit of foil over here that we're not using. What else? Empty wrapper for my sausages. I think that's about it. There's an old magazine here. Probably won't read that, put that in the bin. Okay, next we're going to go out into my hallway. And no trash in the hallway because obvious reasons, really. Oh no, there is trash. There is some artwork of Theo's, and I don't always throw that away, but he literally hasn't bothered with it. It's been here all week. And he does a lot of artwork. I'm going to keep, he did like a little international day. He's got a little passport with stickers in from that, so I'll keep that. And his picture of a dodo. Then in the lounge, I actually did one of these whiz rounds not long ago, so there's not loads. But Theo has been opening some Legos, so there's lots of little plastic bags in here. Get them. And we're doing this as quick as possible, so we don't need to waste time. If there isn't much, then just get going. There's cups in here, but I'm resisting, and I'm not taking them. Okay, then I'm in the dining room. Now I have got a lot of rooms in my house. If you're living in a flat, I used to live on a 10th floor, 2-bed flat, and obviously did not have anywhere near this much trash, although I did live with 2 boys, so they did have quite a lot of trash. But I've got quite a lot of rooms in this house. We purposefully got a big house with a lot of rooms because neither of our families live anywhere nearby. So this probably won't take you as long as it's taken me. If you finish your trash run all around the house, I want you to head back to the kitchen. And if you've got any stuff on surfaces that shouldn't be in that room, I'm in my bedroom now, by the way, and I'm getting trash out of there because definitely I 100% absolutely trash this bedroom. I've always got snacks in here. But I'm thinking I'm probably amongst friends, so I'm hoping no one thinks that's gross. So yeah, a million water bottles. If you've already done all your trash, then go in the kitchen. I've got a kitchen island and I've got stuff on there. So anything that doesn't belong in that room, take it out. So anything in the kitchen that doesn't belong in there, take it out and take it straight to the room that it does belong in. And again, I know you might think that is a waste of time because you're going back and forth and you just want to pile it up and then take it out. Don't get stuck in that trap, because as soon as you do, you'll get distracted. And sorry, I'm just getting distracted myself looking for trash. As soon as you do, you'll get distracted, and then you'll end up with just a pile of stuff. So just if you see 3 or 4 things from another room, by all means pick them up and take what you can carry to that room. But just take it immediately. I'm emptying my bedroom bin, which is actually full because Pete's away at the moment and he threw away a load of his old holiday bits. So I've emptied that bin. I'm going to go and do my bathroom bin now. And my bathroom bin bags are actually literally here. So I'm going to quickly throw one in as well while I'm here. Also, while I'm in the bathroom, if you're in the bathroom with me, I'm going to throw a bit of bleach down it. I'm going to just throw a bit of bleach down the toilet. Now, if you've got small kids, don't do this because you're going to leave the bleach down there. Warn people in the house that you're putting bleach down the toilet, because otherwise they might sit on it and get bleach on their bum, and that's not nice for anyone. New bin bag in. That's the bathroom done. Don't forget to check when you're doing your trash run if there's any empty soap bottles or anything like that. Throw them in your bin bag. Mine is getting quite full just because I've emptied all the bins into it. Okay, then the landing. Sophia's room. Theo's room. Empty his bin. And I know this might seem counterproductive to be emptying bins. Don't worry, I'm talking to my podcast, Alan. But bins are containing the mess. Why do I have to waste my time doing that? The thing is, if you've got empty bins, people are more likely to put their rubbish in them. So it's going to keep your rooms cleaner for longer because no one likes a full bin. Okay, I've done Theo's. And that's all my bins. So next, I'm going to run back downstairs to my kitchen. I'm going to keep my bin bag with me because you'll be surprised as you go through how many rooms that you actually still have rubbish in. So I'm back in the kitchen. I'm going to take out anything that doesn't belong in here. So Theo's got toys. I've got a few things for the bathroom that... Oh, I'm just going to pause this for a minute. So by now you should have been getting your machines going. You've been around the house with your trash bag. You've then started taking out things that don't belong in the kitchen, which I thought I'd done, but I've just found a Mario costume moustache, so that's going to go out. We're now going to spend just a few minutes putting stuff away in the kitchen. If you're like me and you're looking around and you're like, this is going to take more than a few minutes, then don't worry. the aim of the game is improvement. It's not to get everything spick and span. If you're the type of person that puts stuff away as you go, like you're one of them cooks that like cleans as you go, then this probably won't take you that much time at all. And there's no judgment either way, whichever suits you. But all I'm saying is, if I set you off now, be doing it while I'm talking, but if I start you off now and I give you a couple of minutes just to be putting things away, clean dishes, cups, I've got cereal boxes out, I've got the butter out, I've got the bread out from the sandwich, I've got pasta out from making Theo's pasta last night, I've got foil on the top. I'm just going to put all them things away where they go. And we're just going to do that for a couple of minutes. And even if it's not finished in that time, that's okay. We're going to move on to another room because this is just a whole house feel better. One thing with ADHD is we tend to hyper-focus on one spot. And a lot of times I've hyper-focused on one room in my house and it's been absolutely beautiful. It's been perfect. It's been show home ready. And then I walk out of the door and the rest of the house is a SH, you know what, T tip. I'm trying not to swear. But basically, it's a holy show, the rest of my house. And then I've just got one nice house, one nice room, and then you walk out and the rest of it is a mess. And it's just really deflating. So we just want the whole house to be a little bit better. I know that's hard because we are perfectionists, but it's the only way that we're ever going to get to some sort of perfection. We're never going to be perfect and we have to try and accept that. But this is just going to get us that step further. So be putting away things, and it doesn't matter where you've got to stop. If you've got to pause me right now, you've got to do something else. That doesn't matter. You're still in a better place than when you started. And that is the aim of the game. Because let's face it, if you didn't listen to the podcast, if you didn't get your bum off the couch and do this body doubling with me, then the trash wouldn't be in a rubbish bag right now, would it? And the dishwasher wouldn't be on, and the washing wouldn't be on, or you would have forgotten to do it. So just the fact that you're listening along with me is an achievement in itself, and anything you get done in this time is a win. It's all a win, and don't feel less than just because your room isn't perfect. Okay, we're just going to have one more minute in the kitchen. We're not going to hoover because we all know hoovering can be a bit loud and then you won't be able to hear the podcast and then you're definitely going to get distracted. You can sweep if you want, if you've already put away things, but try not to leave the kitchen just yet. Find a job to do. If you are one of those people who puts away things as you go and there's nothing to put away, there's always something to do in the kitchen. Don't leave this room. Maybe you want to wipe down the front of your fridge if that hasn't had a wipe in a while. Have a look at your handles of stuff. Go over them. Okay, stop putting things away. You might still have stuff all over your tops. That's okay. We're just going to get a cloth, some hot water, a little bit of spray if you need it. I'm not going to recommend products because it doesn't matter. And we're just going to wipe down the tops that we can. I know some of you will still have stuff all over your tops and you can't fully wipe them down. Just go around and spot check. Is there a bit of tea spill? I always have dots of tea around my kettle because I can't seem to get a tea bag from my cup to the bin without splodging tea everywhere. So just go and get those spots. If you can't clean down the whole tops right now, that's okay. That's not what we're doing. We'll do another episode for a full kitchen clean. We're just going to go around and get the really messy bits. And we're just going to have a minute doing that. Get your cloth. And then rinse that cloth out once you've finished and hang it somewhere. So I like to hang mine just over the tap to dry off for a bit. Just make sure that you really wring out the water because no one likes mouldy cloths. If you've still got dishes in the sink, maybe drain the water now because it'll still be a bit warm. If you haven't had time to wash any of the dishes, it will have just loosened up things there. You can, if there's only a few there, if you've got a couple of pans, give them a little scrub with your scrubber. You don't have to fully clean them all and put them on the side and dry them and put away. We're just going to loosen whatever's on them and make sure it stays loose. And we're going to make sure the water doesn't go cold and gross where we don't want to put our hand in it. So get your dish brush, give them a little scrub to loosen up things, pour the water out, and you can still leave them in the sink if you need to. That's a job for later. If it's only one or two, by all means, clean them, put them away. If you're on a roll, by all means, pause me and do the dishes. This is your podcast to do whatever you want. But if you're aiming for the whole house to be a bit better, then we're going to stop here in the kitchen. We're not going to sweep, as I said. We're not going to hoover. You can do that as a little reward at the end if you want to. Because the thing is, if you're like me, once you're on a roll, you really get into it. You don't want to stop. So my kitchen is better. I'm looking at it. It's better. It's not clean and tidy and spick and span, because I needed more than this time to just concentrate on the kitchen, but I don't have the time because we're going out. And all I know is it looks better than when I started. So I'm going to move on to my front porch. Now, that might seem like a weird place to tidy, but basically what I'm trying to do is make the house look presentable as I walk back in from this kitty cafe. Wherever you walk into your house, maybe you're in a flat and you walk, or you're in one of them houses. I used to live in one where you open the door into the living room. So maybe it's the living room you're looking at now, but whatever you can see directly as you walk in through the door, that is what we're going to be tidying. So we should have no rubbish in here. If you have got rubbish and you've forgotten to do this, then throw that in your bin bag. I'm just having a sip of my tea. That's another ritual that I like to do. I like a cup of tea to take round with me. Don't forget about that bleach in your toilet, by the way. Don't forget to flush it in case I forget to tell you to flush it. So in my porch right now, it's quite a mess. We've got shoes everywhere. I get the big massive packs of water bottles. So we've got wrappers for that. I've got a load of gardening gear. I've got a bike. I've got Amazon boxes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the recycling. So I've taken the trash out already, but I'm just going to take the recycling. Hopefully this is still in range of my mic. So I'll move the recycling. Then I'm going to move on to, I've got like a little windowsill at the side, and there's a cap on it. There's some bin bags that I want to take to the car. So I'm going to put them right by the front door to take to the car when I go now. Theo's goalie gloves. There's a toolkit. So basically we're doing what we did in the kitchen. We're taking anything that doesn't belong in your porchway or in that place that people see as you walk in. If it's your lounge, maybe you're looking directly at a couch, maybe you've got coats and stuff on there. Move them. Anything that isn't meant to be there, move it to where it's meant to be. So while you're doing that, a good thing to do in your porch that I always find just instantly makes it feel better is to spray. I'm not recommending products on this podcast, just to let you know, but I suppose I am recommending a product. It's not sponsored in any way. It's just what I use, and you can use whatever you would prefer. But I've got like a little rug, and I like to use the Febreze fabric spray, fabric freshener. So I just spray that down, and it makes it so much fresher. Peter has got big muddy wellies here, but there's nowhere else for them to go. So I'm just going to stack them up neat. Muddy wellies. And Theo's got his here as well, actually. I've got, honestly, the things that get dumped in here. I've got a metal detector. There are things that cannot be moved, like his bike does live in this porch, because if it went in the garage, it would just be buried. We've got so much stuff in the garage because we're renovating the house. But things like Pete's gardening tools, they're like in a case here and they're just left open. So all I'm going to do is seal up that case and put it in the side. I'm just putting it more neatly. If things can't be moved, they can be stacked up more neatly. And already this is improved. That was a real quick job and it looks so much better. And if I was staying in now or we had guests, I would also light a candle in here, but I'm not. So I'm not going to light a candle because of safety. But yeah, straightened up my porch. I also have a hallway. So you come in through the porch and then there's a hallway. And I've got a big stack of washing on a seat in the hallway. So I'm going to take that upstairs. If you don't have a hallway, choose another outer area. So it could be your stairs. It could be Outer areas are basically what are communal areas, but not the main ones like the kitchen or the bathroom. They're just like things you walk through, like a corridor or a hallway. If you don't have any of them, you could work on your lounge or your sitting room. My lounge is actually okay because I did it the other day, so I'm not going to work on that right now. I'm just working on my porch and my hallway. And I've actually got a random plate in the hallway, which is not good. So I'm going to take that to the dishwasher now. I've just found another plate on my way. So for each room, you might have realised by now, the technique is take everything out of there that isn't meant to be there. So for example, there's toys in literally every single room of this house because Theo just takes it over. So I take them out. And then once you've done that, then you start putting stuff away. And we just have a couple of minutes in each area. So you should be working on now either carrying on with your porch, your hallway, your landing, your stairs, or your lounge, depending on what you've got. And we're just going to have a couple of minutes there. And I'm just going to talk to you while you do that. Something boring, but not crazy. Well, not too boring actually, because we're going to the cat cafe. And I am actually allergic to cats. Or at least I was when I was a kid. My mum's friend had a Persian cat. And we went over visiting her. She didn't have any kids, but I was like in love with this big fairy cat. I think obviously I was a bit younger, didn't really know anything about cats then. I think it was like a blue Persian cat. It was beautiful. And it was really friendly, and I was just stroking it and loving it and cuddling it. And next minute, my whole face, I'm not talking about just sneezing, my whole face blew up like the Elephant Man. If you've ever seen Will Smith in Hitched, that is exactly what I look like when he gets stung by a bee and his whole face swells up. That's what I look like. And I haven't been near a cat since. So wish me luck. I'm going to take an antihistamine. Well, I remember actually. But we'll see how I go. I have been in like houses where people have had cats. I've just never been near one. But I do think I've grown out of it because I've grown out of most of my allergies now. But wish me luck. Theo's very excited. I'm pretty sure he's not allergic. He's been around cats before. But Sophia is, and her and Peter are away at the moment. And they're coming back tonight, so we'll probably have to come home and have a shower straight away to make sure we don't give her any allergies. Okay, we've had a couple of minutes there, picking up things in the outer areas. Next, we're going to go back to that loo. If you have multiple bathrooms, you can go around each of your bathrooms. If you put bleach in them, go and flush each toilet. I'm just going to concentrate on my main bathroom today. I have got an ensuite in the guest room, but literally no one uses it, so I'm not going in there for now. And we've got a downstairs loo, but it's out of order at the moment and in need of renovation. So luckily, I only have to concentrate on one loo. And what freshens up the bathroom for me immediately is take all the towels out. So the bath mat, the hand towel, any of the kids' towels that they've been using for a couple of days, take them out, and then I've got a drawer and I'm gonna get fresh ones out, and that just always instantly makes it look better. So usually if someone was coming to stay, like Christmas or whatever, I'd do this all at once. I'd just go and get fresh towels for everywhere. And I do have multiples of these. Like, I'm not the type to have only a few and then you have to wait and wash them and then put them out. I just got cheap ones. There was a sale at John Lewis and I just get them all white. Every bathroom just has white because it's just the easiest, isn't it? And then you can throw a big wash on. In the bathroom, people have left laundry. So I'm taking that out. I'm going to throw that in like the communal laundry basket. And just a tip, laundry basket wise, I'm going to tell you I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And when I say laundry basket, I mean like hampers that you throw your dirty clothes in. I have 4, which I don't know whether listening to that you might think that's too many or too little, but basically we've got myself, Peter, and Sophia's coming up 14 now, so she's practically an adult, and then Theo as well. And we just have so much laundry, and I feel like if I don't have laundry baskets, just knocked my mic, sorry. I feel like if I don't have laundry baskets in all the main areas, then people just throw their laundry anywhere. I mean, they still do. But basically, I have a really big one in Peter and my room. He wears a lot of bulky hoodies and stuff for the gym. We both go to the gym quite a bit. So that's at least 2 outfits a day, because then we have our gym outfit and then we come home and change into like normal clothes. Sophia also plays tennis and she's got school. So she has a lot of laundry there. She's got school uniforms, her gym gear, and then her like normal weekend clothes, plus bedding and stuff. So she's got a big one in her room. Theo's got his own as well. It's a little bit smaller just because his clothes are smaller, but he goes through more clothes than all of us, obviously, because he's only 6 and he's a little bit messier. And then I don't have one in the bathroom, mainly because I don't know, it just freaks me out that the bathroom's like a wet room, like there's steam in the air and stuff, and I just feel like having a hamper full of clothes might get smelly in there. I don't know. So I don't have one in there, but I do have a big one on the landing. So just top of the stairs, tucked away. And that the one on the landing is generally where I put all my towels and our like communal laundry. And also it just makes it easier when I'm looking specifically for something that everyone's isn't dumped in together. I know that's probably pretty normal that each person has one, but my tip that was a bit different is to have a communal one as well in the hall. So, okay, so you've put your new towels in your bathrooms. You should have flushed away your bleach. Be, again, taking stuff out of those rooms that shouldn't be there. Now we're just going to literally spray everything down. We're going to start with the mirror because that's what we look at straight away. We're going to spray the mirror with whatever glass cleaner you've got. And we're also going to spray the sink. This is always, I don't know about you, but mine is always full of toothpaste because the kids seem to like use a whole tube on their toothbrush and then spit it into the sink. So I'm just spraying down. I've got Flash Ultimate Bathroom Hygiene for the sink, and I just use a bit of Windoline on the mirror. And I just think they're the main bits that need to be cleaned, and obviously your toilet. But I don't know about you, I tend to clean the toilet quite a lot in a lazy girl way. So I will put bleach down the toilet quite often and just leave it there, especially if it's just me. I will just leave it there for a while and then give it a flush. And to be honest, without even scrubbing, that keeps it really clean. I give it a scrub like when I'm doing the whole bathroom and a deep clean, but otherwise I just put bleach down it. Also, I like to use wipes. I know they're not great for the environment, but I try to get the biodegradable ones to wipe down the toilet quite often. And then obviously do not put them down the toilet. I just put them in my little toilet bin. But another, again, I'm not recommending products. You can use whatever mold remover you want, but I use the Sillet Bang black mold remover, and I use it even on like the orangey mold that you get in bathrooms. I don't know whether it's to do with hard water, but you literally just spray it on and leave it. It stinks terrible. Make sure you open your windows. But I just spray it on and leave it for like 10-15 minutes, and then I just get the shower head and wash it all down. So I'll spray all that now, and then I'll come and wash it down at the end. Again, I'm not doing the floors. I think that hopefully I'll remember to remind you, but at the end of this, you could do that as your extra layer, is do the floors at the end. But we're just going to spray those things down. We've put our clean towels in. We emptied the bins already before. Make sure you've got fresh toilet roll, or put a note on your notes in your phone or something that you need toilet roll if you're running low. You can spray down your bath as well if you want. And honestly, I just think it's good to either, I've got a shower head on my bath, but if you don't, just have a big jug and just spray it and leave it. Just leave it for 5-10 minutes. And then when you come back with your little cloth or scrubby brush or whatever, it's going to be so much easier. The black mold stuff, you don't even have to scrub. It literally just rinses off. So that's all we're going to do in the bathrooms for now. Obviously, you do that in multiple if you've got more than one bathroom. And then what am I going to do next? Next, I'm probably going to pick a bedroom. So I'm going to pick my bedroom for now, just because Theo's playing happily in his bedroom. Normally, if it wasn't half term and he was in school, I would pick his bedroom, because my bedroom I can do anytime, but his bedroom, it's just always better to do it when he's out at school. Otherwise, he's like, oh, I was playing with that. But today, it's half term, so I'm going to go into my room. And my room, there's literally no judgment from me, guys. If your whole house looks like a bomb's hit it, I'm right here with you. My room is by far the worst. No one is ever allowed in my room, because it's just the dumping centre. I feel like any mess, I'll always just throw it in my room. I think it might be subconsciously, because it will remind me that I need to put things away. But at the same time, it's not nice to wake up to a really messy room, or, when you're tired, you forget it's all in there, and then you walk in and the whole room is a mess. So we're going to pick it up a bit now. Also, we do have an office, but it's like under construction at the moment. It's not done. So all my hobby stuff is in here, which is really hard. I've got knitting. I got really into crochet. I've started knitting an animal for my nephew that's going to be born in a couple of months, and he's not finished, and he just keeps staring at me. I need to get it done. But basically what we're going to do in the bedroom is, we are either, depending on the time of day and when you last changed your sheets, we are either going to straight away make our bed, or we're going to strip our bed and put it in the wash. So you decide. I'm going to make mine, because I've quite recently changed the sheets. Now, if you're like me, I've got stuff all over the bed. So this might seem counterintuitive, especially if you've got stuff everywhere. Like, why make the bed? That doesn't. But honestly, to your mental health, and while you're decluttering and just not getting distracted, having a nice, neat bed is going to help you so much, and it's going to help you as a place to sort things. So be making your bed. I've got stuff on there, so before I can do that, I'm going to have to decide where that is. What I'm going to do with mine is, I've got an empty wash basket here, like a carry basket, so I'm just going to dump all that, because it's just clothes, because I couldn't decide what to wear today. So I'm dumping all of those into a basket, and then I'm going to make my bed. And it honestly takes like 2 seconds to make the bed, but I just can't get myself to do it in the mornings. Who knows? I didn't know. I only got diagnosed 2 years ago, so if I didn't know how my brains work for the last 36 years, I'm not going to start assuming I know now. I'm just making my bed. I've got teddies on here from Theo, so I'm going to put them in his room. But basically, I just want to start with a neutral bed. Okay, that's done. I'm hoping you've already done all the trash in this room when we did the whole house trash removal thing. But if not, please do that now. Gather up things that are not meant to be in your room. Nearly everything that isn't meant to be in my room is either cups that need to go to the kitchen, or toys, because Theo just loves to stick toys in my room. Luckily, his room is next door to mine, so it's not that far to go to take them. But yeah, as I said before, collect up as many as you can for that one room. So I'm going to collect cups, and I've got some recycling as well, actually. I'm going to collect them, and I'm going to take them down to the kitchen now. Actually, what I'm going to do is, because half of them are teacups still with tea in, I'm going to go and empty them so I don't spill tea all down the stairs, which I've done on more than one occasion. Now, this has messed up my sink in the bathroom, but it's okay, because we're letting that spray work. Okay, so I'm going to take them down to the kitchen. So just be emptying, be in the bedroom, but be taking anything that doesn't belong in there out. And as soon as you get to that other room, don't get distracted and find something in there to do. Come straight back to the room you were working in. We're in the bedroom. You can pick whichever bedroom you want. It can be a kid bedroom, it can be your bedroom. Doesn't matter, but keep coming back to it. I'll just give you another minute or two on that, taking items out. Okay, and if you've already finished that, next we're going to be doing the floor. So no judgment here, and please don't judge me. I have a lot of things on the floor. I have clothes that I got out of the laundry basket when I was trying to work out whether I'm doing darks or whites, and I packed the laundry with darks, but then I forgot to put the whites back away. So I've got those. I've got shoes, lots of shoes. So they need to go. I've got a shoe shelf in my cupboard, but for some reason my mind just will not put them away. And Pete's shoes are here as well. Oh, found some of Theo's shoes so they can go in his room. Okay, just anything on the floor. And we're trying to put it in its place. Don't pile it on the bed unless you really, really don't know what to do with it. But try and keep things off the bed for now. Try and put them where they go. And we're just going to have a few minutes on that again. You might not get through it all. You might do it in 2 seconds. It's all fine. If you finished early, just keep doing other jobs in the bedroom. If you're not finished early, don't panic. We're just aiming for better. Okay. If you're looking for more jobs to do, keep putting things away if you're putting things away off the floor. You've still got plenty of time for that. But if you don't have anything on the floor, now's the time to look at your surfaces, your bedside table. I've got stuff on the windowsills. I don't know why, but I think because we've got quite big windowsills and I like to be by the light when I'm getting ready, I just tend to use the windowsill. Oh, I found more trash on the windowsill. That's from me doing my makeup. Luckily, I've still got my bin bag with me. And you should already start to see it look better. Please don't be looking for completion and perfection, especially in this. This is just a whole house pickup. We're just looking a little bit better. So it would be impossible for anyone really to get the house perfect in this time. That's for another day. Maybe we'll do a series or something where we do a room per pod, a room a week, deep clean or something. Let me know if you are enjoying this or this is helpful, because obviously I'm a relatively new pod and I just try out content, and what gets a good response I'll do more of, and what gets no response I'll do less of. So if you're not reaching out and letting me know what you like, then unfortunately I don't know you like it, and I might not do any more of what you like. And that sounds like some kind of threat, doesn't it? I might not do what you like. I don't mean it in that way. I just mean communication is key. And if you don't ask, you don't get. So please let me know if you are enjoying this, and I'll do more of it. So, okay, that's enough on picking up from your floor. You can have a minute or two from your surfaces if you haven't done that yet. So your bedside table, windowsills if you're like me. And then once you've done that, we're going to go back to the bathroom. We're going back to our bathroom, and we're just going to rinse down everything that we previously sprayed. Is that too loud? Okay, I'm not going to rinse mine down right now because it's hard to do while I'm recording, but you be rinsing yours down. Try and get a cloth or something for anything that's stubborn mark, but I think you'll find most of it will rinse off. Then you're going to either get your wipes or spray, or even just if you haven't got things to hand and you think it's going to distract you because you're going to go and start writing a list of things you need, even just wiping down your toilet with loo roll will do for now. You can always come back to this and do a deeper clean later. But just wipe down whatever you can. And then I think we're pretty much done. I've been recording for just under an hour. and I need to get going to get ready for the cat cafe. It might be a little bit shorter by the time I edit things out because there's been a lot of loud noise as well. I've been doing this. So what I would like you to do now after this pod is to go round, if you've got time, and your last layer, your last task will be hoovering or sweeping your rooms. Make yourself a nice cup of tea, some sort of reward. Also, go and check your laundry as a reminder. I like to just put everything on a quick wash. I don't put anything on more than 30-minute wash, and then I put it on a quick spin as well. So the stuff that you put on at the beginning, hopefully that's done. Go and swap it over now. If it's in the dryer, take it out the dryer. If it's in the washing machine, go and swap it over to the dryer or your airer and get out on the line. And then your time's your own. So you can either choose now after the pod to stop, reward yourself. You've done a great job. Have a look around. I forgot to remind you to actually take a photo, so hopefully I'll say that in the intro. But try and take a photo before and after, or a video. And you'll be surprised at the difference. If you're like me, your house will not be spick and span, but it will be better. And that's all we can ask for. And plus, when you've done that bit where you walk into the house, if you're going out now, you're going to walk into a nice house. Go and throw your bedding in the washing if you need to, if you've stripped your bed in. And yeah, you can sweep, hoover, or if you don't fancy that, put a program on, fold some of your washing and put it away. Or don't fold it, just throw it in drawers. I like to just put it into categories, like pile up categories, and 9 times out of 10, I'll just throw it in a drawer that is for that category. So gym stuff, I generally just roll up. But we can talk more about that another time. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope the sound quality hasn't been too bad. Pat yourself on the back. I'm really proud of you. I love these body doubling episodes when I listen to them from the American companies, but they are a bit American. So I'd love to keep doing these because they do motivate me at the same time. I'm sure I wouldn't have done this for an hour if I hadn't been talking to you. So thank you for helping me. I hope I've helped you. And I'll see you all next week. Bye.
Congratulations if you made it to the end of the episode. If you want more, check out the link below.